Hello, Capricorn. This is your reading for the weekend of March 6th through the 8th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I am Silas of the Night. The reading that I always give for astrology, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I am available for private readings. Check the links below, and let's get started. All right, so Capricorn, we're going to do a flip for the cards. Let's get some significator cards. This card represents you, and this is the time frame we're looking at. All right, so let's start with Friday. Okay, I got my clarifying cards underneath the primary ones. And this is going to be for Friday, Capricorn. All right, so starting off with first card we have is the Eight of Swords. So this is a card specifically signifying feeling kind of like backed against the wall, kind of like stuck, really stuck, because you have these swords that are kind of between these two trees, and it's not letting it breathe. It's not letting it take in oxygen. It's not letting it to expel oxygen and kind of do what trees are really powerfully known to do for us as humans on the planet. So this is saying that something within us is keeping us barred from living, from coming out of our shell. You may have had to go in your shell for survival. Maybe this is something specifically with a relationship with someone at work or someone specifically in our immediate family. But it's letting us know that you've gotten stuck at this point. So now it's kind of like time to come out. All right, next card is the Prince of Stones. So this is a card letting you know that whatever we were feeling stuck for earlier, it was really for something that someone who is older than us, who's wiser than us, at least apparently and superficially, so that we took to heart. Maybe they said something that didn't really sting when you said it, but it did make an impact, and you kind of like let it fester, and it became something bigger than it was. We're now stuck with that, so we have to kind of free ourselves from that, Capricorn. Next card is the Star card. So the Star card is specifically saying that, we feel like we're just going through the motions. You have this woman who's at the end of a creek and she's kind of carefree. Usually this card would signify coming out of that particular kind of like isolation and feeling kind of renewed and revitalized in spirit. But it's just saying that we're doing some ignoring. We're not focusing on the inner patterns that's letting us know that something is blocked, something is not flowing. Next card is the Princess of Wands. So we had a nice distraction from this. So this is saying that Friday we're going to notice that, I've been distracting myself from this issue that I'm not focused on or come to terms with because I've had this XY distraction. That's what's going to be coming to you as a realization on that Friday. Next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So something specifically interesting by day's end on Friday is going to happen to you, an event that takes you out of the character, specifically out of your normal surroundings. So this could be a phone call from someone we haven't spoken to in a long time that kind of wants to say, hey, let's go do this, or this is something that for us, we kind of feel like, I haven't done this, I haven't took a walk here in this neighborhood or this little park in, a long time. Maybe I'll get my head together if I do that. This is just saying this is what's needed to kind of jump that energy back into focus. Next card is the Death card. So this is saying that Friday by Friday's end, you will have figured out, okay, I've been distracting myself from focusing. I know what the issue really is, and I'm ready to let go. So that's going to be your Friday, Capricorn. All right, so let's reset. All right, so now we're going to Saturday. Let's do one more for the road. All right, so Saturday. We're at Saturday, Capricorn, so this will be the 7th, the March 7th. All right, so let's go with the first card is the Two of Swords. So this is a card that represents peace, but peace also too in a time of pure survival. So that's where you're coming from, specifically with that previous reading in Friday. So you're going to be getting some peace on Saturday. Usually this is like before the Saturday afternoon, before the evening really starts, before like day turns to night. That's going to be coming to you. And then, of course, you have the next card, which is the major arcana card of the Hangman. So this is, a lot of times when we have that peas, we kind of are rushed to kind of like, okay, I've got that. Let's get back into the game. This is the kind of saying you're going to linger for that. You're going to have this nice kind of melancholy, overwhelming sensation throughout the day, where you're just kind of like high on the clouds, like floating, and that's going to be something that's going to be very healing for you as well. The next card is the Nine of Cups. So this is something specifically where whatever monies that we're getting, maybe we got paid the day before, something about maybe I've had some money saved up from the previous paycheck from, for something just for a rainy day. This is saying I'm going to be splurging on something specifically, but it's going to give me more fortune than psychically and spiritually than physically. So this is maybe going out or enjoy or ordering in something that you haven't had for a while, but it feels like it's nourishing something to you. It's jogging into memories back to you. The next card is the Justice card. So specifically, too, remember that person I told you about earlier for Friday saying that maybe they were, they seem very superficially like, older and wiser, and they know more, they know better. This is saying that, too, that energy is going to be recoiling back to them. It's their energy. It's their energy that has been kind of like bound you for some time, Capricorn. So this is saying it's going to be you're going to be released from that. This card is the Moon card. So by day's end on Saturday, we're going to start daydreaming. We're going to start using our imagination and kind of like, in that nice kind of childlike, playful manner of orientating ourselves, rewiring ourselves, getting our energies back and anchored and balanced. Next card is going to be the Seven of Wands. Wands is a cord as an elemental tool of specific action and direction. So we're going to be coming out of a mist on Saturday and feeling like, okay, now I can go forward. All right, so that, Capricorn, is your Saturday. We're going to reset. Okay, now we're going to the 8th, March 8th, 2026. And that's Sunday for you, Capricorn. Okay, so let's give it a flip. Alright, so here we are at Sunday. We've teleported into Sunday, Capricorn. Here we are. Alright, Sunday, here we are. Alright. Sorry about that. The first card we have is the Queen of Wands. So this is a card where it's featured Kali Ma. So this is a card specifically about like taking the heart back, taking some power back specifically. So we made Sunday feel a little bit, I always call this righteous anger, feeling like I'm deserving of another chance. I'm deserving to assert my dominance. That's very powerful. That's going to be happening Sunday. You may wake up with that. The next card is the Strength card. So once we kind of like asserted our dominance over the situation and come to realization that, we don't need to let people's words marinate within us and gestate. We can receive them and then we can expel them. And that's a tool that really what you're going to be learning how to manufacture within yourself so that you can do it in real time. So next time that this person happens, this person says something or someone else of the same kind of like identity, you can harness your ability to kind of repel that energy and to go forward without having it linger the way it did. Our next card is the Moon card specifically. So, the other card before we had was specifically dealing with imagination. This one is a different one. This is more fantasy. So now we're kind of like, okay, we're free from the energy. It's gone back to its source. Now we want to kind of like feel free and fantasize about what we want in the situation going forward. Very healthy. Next card is the Eight of Swords. So this card showed up in the beginning of the reading where it was saying that whatever that was that we felt stuck with it energetically wise, that's going to be kind of cleared by Sunday. So you've got a very busy weekend coming up spiritually where you're going through these very seemingly mundane activities, but it's having this very powerful spiritual purification outcome and manifestation. Next card is Seven of Stones. So you're going to see something that we may have focused on in terms of financial endeavor at our work or our private practice or our business or anything in that arena. We're going to see that it didn't work, right? So something that we kind of like, at the beginning of the reading, I said that we were stuck and feeling kind of like backed against the wall. Maybe we made that decision prior to this weekend coming up that is putting us in that position. So that's kind of like that realization that, okay, this is what happens when we don't follow our own intuition, when we let other people's words cloud our decisions. Lastly but not least is your Ace of Swords. So this is a powerful card. I always look at this card as my Excalibur card, or specifically like, retrieving the sword from the stone and really taking our rulership and taking the throne in our particular aspect of our life. And that's what's going to be happening specifically by the Sunday night. You're going to really feel renewed and revitalized and refreshed. Well, that is your reading for the weekend of March 6th. That Friday the 6th, the Saturday the 7th, and the Sunday the 8th for Capricorn of 2006 March. I'm also always very available for private readings. Please check the link below. Blessings.